Hi, my name's Andy Ramus. I'm an architect. I specialise in contemporary solutions to buildings, both extensions and new builds. The original house was a series of not small rooms, but like separate kind of rooms. So we just really wanted to have that extension, and you know, we had kind of room to do that in a really kind of interesting and quite grand kind of way. So the first time I saw the Minima system was on another project that we were doing. Actually, it was in Winchester, and I think they probably had like 3 sliding panels on that. And what struck me was that the detailing was very, very good. Very, very slender mullions, and where the glass meets the walls and the ceiling and the floor, completely recessed all the way around. And one of the reasons I like that is that it creates that kind of flow from the inside to the outside. And you know, we've obviously got the same thing on the ceiling going through to the soffit here, which is really, really great. So that was kind of the first thing that really caught my attention. And then secondly, I think just the fact that the system is so clean. It has no handles and there's no visible locking system. And quite often when you're working with glazing, you end up with a big chunky handle on it. And for me, that just kind of kills the whole thing. Rather than starting with a kind of building and then going, how can we get the glazing to kind of fit this building? We actually, we went to Minima. We had quite in-depth conversations with them about what is it that we can actually achieve with your system. So that was kind of interesting that you're starting with the sort of the detail and working backwards. The fact that we can have these doors open so much of the time means that we're just kind of inside and outside a lot. So I think one thing we were really worried about, and this is probably more my wife than me really, she's quite petite. These panes are big, and we had quite a few discussions with Minima, and they kind of assured us that it was going to be okay, and that the system is such that really smooth rolling and easy to open. And actually that's how it is. She has no problem opening the doors, and what that means is we have them open more, because if it's difficult to do, you tend not to bother. But we have these open any opportunity where it's just slightly warm. We've got a spaniel called Ralphie. He's a lovely little dog. He loves being outside. Any opportunity to go outside, he takes it. And like when the food bowl clanks, and he's in the other end of the house, he hears it. When we switch the switch, he hears that click, and he knows that it's going to be time to go out, and he'll come herring down the stairs, and away he goes. It's very difficult to describe to people why one system is better than another, and I just think this showcases beautifully why the slender lines are important. And for us as architects, it makes our projects better. The things that are really important for us when we're using a contractor is that we are basically, as architects, recommending somebody, which we're putting our neck on the line a little bit, if you like. So reliability is the number one thing. People turning up when they say they're going to turn up, the product being correct, measured properly, being the right color even, these sound like basic things, but sometimes it's not like that. So yeah, just getting what you're expecting in the time frame that you're expecting it. The thing that was really good about working with Minima was that when they said they were going to arrive, they arrived, and they got stuck into the job, and they didn't leave until everything was finished. And that may sound like quite a basic thing, but actually it can be kind of rare in the industry. So I know that is quite difficult, and I know that how much effort has to go in the background in order to deliver that kind of service. So that for me was impressive. In England, it's so limited as to how much time we can actually be outside that this kind of solution is just perfect, really.